I want you to take a moment and close your eyes for me. Now, imagine waking up in a world where technology never existed. No phones, no electricity, no cars, no buildings, no machines, not even fire. Just you and nature. What would life be like? Could we even survive a single day without it, or would we be lost to history? From the simplest stone tools to the most advanced AI, technology has shaped every part of our lives. It literally defines our world, and we often take it for granted. But what if it had never been invented in the first place? Would we be better off without it? Today, we're going to explore what life would be like if technology never existed. And the answer might surprise you. Before we go any further, let's set one thing straight. Technology is not just your phone or laptop. When we hear the word technology, most of us think of smartphones, the internet, or advanced AI, but technology is much more than that. If we look at the Google definition of technology, it's the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes, especially in industry. In other words, technology is anything that helps humans solve problems. It's the first tool ever crafted, the first fire ever lit, the first seed ever planted. Without these, civilization as we know it would never exist. So in saying that, if technology had never existed, what are we actually losing here? Well, almost everything. Now, let's go back in time. And I mean way back in time. Without technology, early humans would have been no different from animals. Hunting without spears? Nearly impossible. No fire? That means no warmth, no cooking, no protection from predators. Survival would be relentless. No agriculture means no farming. Without it, would be forced to move constantly searching for food and never settling to build communities. Civilization as we know it never begins. Every storm, every drought, every harsh winter would be a battle for survival. Life wouldn't just be hard, it would be a ticking clock, counting down to an inevitable end. The entire planet remains wild and untamed. In case you didn't know, the wheel that was invented in 3500 BCE, which is now attached to the very car you used to drive to work or bike to school, this counts as technology too. The world is absolutely massive. But without the technology of the simple wheel, distance is a barrier that can never be broken. If we didn't have transportation, movement is limited to what your feet can handle. There are no ships to cross the seas, no wheels to carry supplies, no horses to speed up travel. Every journey is slow, exhausting, dangerous. Think about traveling 50 miles on foot takes 2 days. 1,000 miles? Over a month! And that's if you survive the elements, wild animals, and starvation along the way. If transportation was stripped away from us, we would essentially just be trapped. Not just in our homes, but in our own tiny corner of existence. And on that note, knowledge would also stay trapped in one place. Civilizations remain small, isolated, and disconnected, which leads us to the very technology that has been the main convention of keeping us humans together: communication. Without it, the world remains divided, not just by geography itself, but emotionally too. What if you had a great idea but no way to explain it? What if your last words to a loved one were never heard? In a world without communication, silence isn't just loneliness, it's the end of progress itself. Without speech, teamwork is impossible. Without writing, history is forgotten. Without communication, knowledge disappears the moment it's discovered. The books that we read in today's world would also disappear, meaning there is no way to pass down wisdom. Everything you learn dies with you, and because of this, history would have never existed. The rise and fall of empires, the lessons of the past, all erased. Every generation starts from zero, forever doomed to repeat the same mistakes. Even if people do learn to speak, their words would never travel beyond their own small communities. The messengers and letters we use to talk to our loved ones? Gone. Great ideas are born and die in isolation. There are no debates, no exchange of thoughts, no way to inspire the next generation, thanks to having zero communication with anyone or anything in writing. all of our discoveries about our world and the sciences of everything we know of vanishes. Science is how we understand the universe. For thousands of years, we have searched for answers. What are the stars? Why does the sun rise? How do we cure disease? But in a world without science, those answers would have never come, and humanity remains in the dark. No exploration, no experiments, no breakthroughs. If we had no knowledge of science, we would never understand the world beyond what we can see with our own eyes. Think about it, if we didn't have engineering, there would be no bridges, no buildings, no way to shape the world around us. Cities never rise, roads never connect civilizations. Every structure is temporary, built from instinct, not understanding. The laws of nature remain mysteries. No gravity, no atoms, no DNA. We probably would never have been able to leave Earth without the rockets, satellites, and the space stations that we've built. Humanity remains trapped on one small planet, forever wondering what's out there, but never finding out. All the knowledge we have wouldn't be discovered. It's guessed and assumed. There's no way to test ideas, no way to prove what's real. The world remains a mystery forever. Let's take a deeper look into the consequences if all medical knowledge ceased to exist. In a world without technology, there are no hospitals, doctors, and the medicine you take when you're severely ill. If you get sick, you're on your own. Even a small cut could turn deadly. Without the antibiotics or sterilizers we have today, infections would spread in seconds with no cure. A broken bone? A slow, painful recovery? If you even survive at all. Even the history of our timeline has proved to us that if we hadn't evolved our medical practices and knowledge, there would be frequent drastic breakouts of viruses, bacteria, deadly plagues, just like the bubonic plague. Pandemics that we have conquered today would be still wiping out millions. Because of this, most people couldn't even live past 40, and infant mortality was sky high. Mothers often died in childbirth, and if you survived childhood, your odds of making it to old age were super slim. In this world, living to 60? Almost unheard of. Every day would be a fight for survival. Without medicine, human evolution would be impossible, and science gave us more time. But without technology, that wouldn't have been an option to have. For a moment, it's tempting to think maybe we would be better off. Picture this, you've got no one to bother you through your notifications. You don't even have to stress about all your problems for our modern life, like school, work, and even taxes. The only thing you've got to worry about is food, shelter, and other threats, and just living life with nature. The way it was always meant to be. Seems like the luxury we've always dreamed of in this modern day world. Am I right? Time is luxury nowadays, given that we have to trade in our time for money in order to live and afford basic necessities, and maybe a small vacation out of town. All thanks to our greatest innovation of technology. But here's the truth, without technology, life wouldn't be peaceful. It would be fragile. Yes, technology complicates life, but it also saves it. It connects us, it pushes us forward to becoming an efficient and better community. Every breakthrough, every discovery, every advancement has brought us from mere survival to the world we know today. And of course, technology isn't perfect. It has led to pollution, war, and a world moving faster than our minds can sometimes handle. But would we truly be better off without it? For every problem technology creates, it also creates solutions. For every challenge we face, an opportunity reveals itself to us to take. For every danger it exposes us to, it drives us to a new way forward. Technology is neither good nor bad on its own. It's how we use it that matters. We can let it consume us, or we can control it. There is even a possibility that we can let it destroy the world, or we can use it to save it. Because in the end, technology isn't just something we create, it's what makes us human. The desire to explore the great world out there, also to innovate and create better communities and ways to live, building a better future together. So what do you think? Would we be better off without technology, or is it our greatest tool? If you're fascinated by the what-ifs of our world, you'll love our last video on Meta's latest breakthrough, a potential game changer in our current world of tech. If you want to find out how an AI model can read our very minds before us knowing, click here to find out more. The future of technology is in our hands, but the question is, what will we do with it? Thanks for watching.